evening, traders from across the globe. Thank you so much for tuning in to my nightly videos. This video is the 2094th installment of these educational videos, which I try to put out just about every evening. If I put a video out and the market doesn't change complexion, maybe I'll wait one extra day, but generally I put one of these out just about every night. Please like, share, subscribe, especially subscribe, and promote these videos on YouTube, on the internet for me. I would absolutely appreciate your help. In return, I will teach you what I can about where these markets are going to go on Tuesday. So this video is geared for trading Monday night through Tuesday, April 28th, 2020. We've got some decent topics on the board, but before we get to those topics, traders, you must recognize the risks behind this game. It is no joke. If you are on the wrong side of this market with this extreme volatility, you will lose way more money than you had planned on losing on a specific trade. It happens all the time. So please know you cannot trade without stops. Put your stops in first. This is certainly not suitable for all accounts or all traders. You must know the risk behind this game if you're going to play it. But many of you do. You're a bunch of cowboys and do your little hat dance and come on out and see what's going to happen with me. So, Omni wants me to continue to buy the dips in the Russell 2000. And what kind of a call was that last night to tell you cats to buy a Russell, huh? I went straight to the moon. Once again, for Tuesday, Omni wants us to stay long Russell or get long Russell if we can. It also likes the NASDAQ and the ES, but the Russell even more, so we will look at the Russell for sure. Topic number one on my board. The E-mini S&P, or I should say the S&P, and the transportation average on the weekly and monthly double bottoms that I showed you cats as soon as it was happening, they are holding firm right now. The daily short-term trading, what we're going to do in this video, absolutely agrees with more upside. SHW, Sherwin-Williams paints looking fantastic. And then gold not looking so good. We'd rather be selling gold. Everything else on the board I'd like to buy. Traders, targets. You know, two things have happened in these videos since this market started to come off a few weeks back. One, I told you, I don't care what they're telling you on television. I don't care what these talking heads have to say. I've been doing this for 39 years. We are absolutely not in a bear market yet. And then I pointed out those double bottoms and said, listen, any technical analyst that is worth his salt knows that you do not call a bear market unless you take out the major previous lows on the left of the chart, which did not happen. So we were never in a bear market. We were in a bull market that had a bear market pullback, and we've been rallying up ever since. Those double bottoms that we spotted, we did that together, kids, right? I give everybody here credit. We did that as a team. We spotted those double bottoms. They have been holding ever since. Now, can that change? Well, of course. It all started with the coronavirus. So, big news about corona going away. We continue to go up. Big news about corona getting worse. Anything can happen, right? But I read the charts. I don't care about everything else or anything else. When it comes to what I'm going to do in these markets, it's all based on the charts. And the charts right now are telling me to tell you it is safe to continue buying until something changes. So that's what we will do. We will certainly buy dips in the Russell, even the S&P, NASDAQ, maybe Sherwin-Williams if we get lucky. And we'll look to sell gold on Tuesday. So, targets before this year comes to an end. Every year I've got my year-end targets. I've never changed them. I never went into bear mode. Always stayed in bull mode, even though we were coming down and we were selling short for a little while. I've maintained every single time the question was asked of me since the down move started, are my targets still valid? And I have maintained the answer of yes to each and every one of you. Now, not only are the targets still valid, I think we hit the 3480 mark long before the summer's over. We probably will hit the 3674 mark long before the year comes to an end. In that case, 4035 is probably doable. Now, if you think I'm crazy, the E-mini S&P just a few weeks ago was 2195. We're pushing 2900 in a few weeks. If you don't think we go from 29 to 34, we just went from 2195 to 29 in a couple of weeks. You don't think we can get to 34 or 36? You don't know how to gauge these markets, right? They are moving, and the possibility of us reaching my year-end targets before the year is over is there. Again, one stupid sentence, one tweet, something bad about Corona, and all of this could crumble, but the charts are telling me that we still look good. In fact, with no further ado, let's go look at some charts. Okay, traders, the first chart I want to show you, we're going out to the weekly. Does everyone remember this chart when none of these bars existed and we came straight down here and I said, woo, look at that. Interesting juncture. If it holds, we will call this a short-term bottom, and if that holds, maybe more. Since then, look at the bars. These are weekly. Look at how many weeks we've gone up. And I don't know, maybe I'm crazy, but I think it's building a flag right here. Slowly, it's a weekly. It takes weeks to fill in, but that looks like it's building a flag. It is well above the 200 on its way to the 50-bar weekly chart of the OMNI S&P since it held that double bottom. Transportation average on the very same day that we discovered and talked about the double bottom in the OMNI S&P weekly, we found one in the transportation average. And that one held really well, and we've bounced smartly since. Well, let's take this further. Look at the monthlies now. Traders, this goes back to 2009. That's the low of 2009. Look at this support. Look at this one-year average, and look at how well it has kept this market in check. Basically, we got out of 2009, and from then forward, this support line and this one-year moving average has kept this market in check. So, albeit this time it went through it a little, but it came racing right back up and is now above it. That, if you ask me, is looking fantastic for the future of this market. And the monthly on the transportation average, and I listed this to show you that, traders, I started in 1982, and I mentioned this in last night's video. 1987, I witnessed and traded through and was on the trading floor for the savings and loans debacle, and what happened? The market recovered. 2000, I was there for the dot-com bubble. The market recovered. 2001, I was there for the trade centers crash. The trade centers getting attacked, and then the crash to follow. The markets recovered. 2008 certainly was the end of the world. Nothing was ever going to be the same again, and the markets recovered. We saw Greece, the markets recovered. We heard about Brexit, the markets recovered. Here we are. There's only one thing that I know happens. The markets recover, and that's what will happen here. Until that pattern changes, markets recover, kids, and that's that. Now let's take this down to the daily bars, what we're going to trade on Tuesday. OMNI S&P, as I showed you in last night's video, we got above the 50-bar moving average. Well, we're all the way here right now. Looking good. I think this is a form of a flag. And I think it looks good right here, heading towards the 200-bar moving average. So last night's trade worked, and tonight's trade for tomorrow looks like it will work as well, buying the dips. Russell 2000 now is above that 50-bar moving average. Looks fantastic here. I told you yesterday that this was a bull flag. It is absolutely breaking out. And now it's getting above the 50-bar moving average. And that, it's encouraging for us day traders for Tuesday. And then we go to gold. This is why gold does not look so good. One of the reasons. It runs out of steam when it gets to the top here. That's just what happens. This has been going for a long time now. This is a weekly chart. You're going back years here. So when you get to the top, you go back to the bottom. We just hit the top. Likely heading back to the bottom is what gold is going to want to do before it picks up more energy. So we would be short sellers in gold. And then we've got Sherwin Williams. That, I don't know, looks like a flag to me, right? I made it in orange. There's your pole. I think that's a flag. I don't see why not. We are above the 50-bar moving average. We've been knocking on this door up here several times, and I say the door will open, and SHW goes higher as well. Traders, join me, and we'll finish this video. So, traders, you've seen the power of the hair. Listen, I'm going to try out for a walk-on part on the Mod Squad soon. Link, move on over, baby. Look at this mullet. It's grown out of control, kids. But you know what? I can't get it cut during the shutdown. Embrace, embrace, embrace. We'll see where it goes. Anyway, you see in the chart, you've got my technical reasoning why. We're looking to buy dips in Russell, OMNI S&P, NASDAQ, Sherwin Williams. I like Russell best. I don't like the gold so much. and the rest is going to come out in the charts. All right, traders, so as I expected, a lot of you wrote to me yesterday in my video when I talked about how we always recover no matter what goes on, and you wrote all these crazy things, and once again, you guys write the same shit I've been hearing since '87. It's the end of the way we know things, the Fed is wrong, the country's over, we're going to be Africa. Yeah. How many times have you been right about that call? Think back for a moment. Have you ever been right? Have you ever even been close to right when you say that the end of the world of the U.S., the way we know the world in the USA today? Whenever you make that call, whenever some wrinkle happens, how many times have you people been right? Why don't you go look at your track record before you tell me that this is the end of the market? So, I read charts. I am not telling you what I think from my mind. I am reading charts to you. The charts tell me this, and if you think you know better than the market, well, then you need to step back and remember the rules, kids. Anybody who tells me that I'm wrong about reading the charts and I expect the market to go up until the charts say something different, and you think because what's in your head is right and Oscar's charts are wrong, because I got some responses that way. Well, let me tell you something right now. Rule number one, the market is always right. Rule number two, if you think the market's wrong, refer back to rule number one. And the charts are the market. The charts are right. The market is right. You people are stupid for injecting your opinions into your trading and thinking because, hey, I'm a smart guy and I thought of it, so it has to be right. The chart, wrong. Oscar proving he can call these markets like no one's ever seen, wrong. My stupid thoughts, that's what's correct. Is that how you really want to go through life trading? Step back and remember, you can't possibly surmise what the end result will be. So let the chart speak to you and tell you what's coming next. That's what I do. All right, traders, just thought I'd share that with you. I'm sure I'll get more comments, and you guys will write the same stuff because you know the outcome because you know. That's it, you know. Okay, so go chase Haley's Comet when it comes by again. You know, go chase the Mayans when the end of the world is coming. Do all that stupid stuff, but do me a favor, don't write to me and tell me that the charts are wrong and your stupid thoughts are correct. They're not. Market is always right. All right, traders, keep your emotions out of trading if you can. The people who write that stupid stuff, that's all emotion. They don't even know what they're talking about. They're lost in space. For you traders that understand what you're talking about, you know how to read the charts, you know how to trade a plan, you guys hang out with me and you'll find out that I am not nearly as crazy as those loons who write the end of the world is coming. And then say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, every evening, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Rock and roll, traders. Live with Oscar.com. I'll see you in my free live trading room. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Futures trading is risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We do not claim or guarantee that you will profit from the information provided.